Oh, hello Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or your rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. A Six of Wands, very, very good. You are, you're just like, you're on fire. I think you're a boss right now. I think that you have such a positive attitude. Like, I feel like you really got this, like, this winner mentality about you right now. You probably are emerging as a leader in your life, whether this is at work, at school, at home, but just in life in general. I feel like you are sort of, you're gaining recognition. I feel like you're kind of making a name for yourself even, you know? This is the card of victory, yeah, but it's not the card of stepping over other people to get to the top. Okay, that's not your vibe. I've said this for, 2 years now about you, Capricorn, that you have such a kindness to you. I don't know why I feel that with Capricorn, but I feel like, at least in this Dove and Serpent collective, Capricorns are very, very kind people, right? You're not always nice, but you're kind. You care about other people, right? You're not going to do anything that's going to unduly cause suffering for others, okay? So I feel like a win for you is the win for the rest of us too. And I feel that you kind of look at it this way too, that if everybody isn't benefiting from this, then you aren't really either. Okay? I feel like you are really in your expression. I feel like you have faith in your talents, you have faith in your skills and your leadership ability. I'm excited to see where this goes, you know? Let's put it into some context. Let's see what's going on here. Nine of Swords. Ouch. That stings a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll figure this out. We've got the Death card. We've got the Queen of Swords, the Death card. We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got a Nine of Swords. We've got a Princess of Cups here. We've got the Chariot. Okay, there's the Chariot now is that other side of you, right? That opposite sign energy. We've got the Libra card. We've got the Lovers. We got all major arcana up here. Okay. All right, this is good. This is really good. Chariot, Adjustment, Lovers, and Temperance. I feel like this is a difficult situation for you. I know you have faith in your everything's going right for you, right? But there's a situation that has happened, I think, in this context. It's kind of something, it feels like it's raining on your parade, right? Anyway, we'll deal with it. Don't worry. This is going to be okay. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here and put Bubo, our mechanical owl, right there on top. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right, it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's exercise our intuition. Okay. Let's take a look around the room now. We know we have our major, a good amount of major arcana. And it's interesting that it's all right here. I mean, the whole path of the serpent is a spiritual experience. Okay? Over here, we have something very significant that happens beyond your control. And I think this already happened to you. It's in the past. Okay? It was a breakup. It was a loss. It was something kind of devastating and kind of unexpected. Okay, it could be a death in the family. It could be the loss of a pet or the loss of a relationship. It feels like something was sort of taken away from you. It could be the loss of a job, right? I'm not predicting anything. That already happened. Okay, and I feel like it sort of has created a bit of a black cloud over your Six of Wands, right? Over this really wonderful energy that we have, now suddenly it's raining on your parade. Okay? Spirit is saying, don't let this change your personality. Okay? Don't let this ruin your faith in yourself. Don't let this ruin your good attitude, your positive attitude, and all of your sort of this winning mentality. Don't let it really wash that away. Okay? Maybe this is somebody that really has been very inconsiderate toward you. Okay? I wonder if this is now a situation where something terrible had happened, yes, but now it's like somebody's making it worse. Right? I feel with the, anyway, we got our major arcana here, the death card. Over here we have a lot more major arcana. So I feel that what is a loss here, what feels like a black cloud, a big sort of rainstorm over here, is actually giving way to such tremendous progress for you. And I think at the end you're going to realize that this sucked, that this was not fun, but this was just something necessary for you to go through to fortify yourself, to strengthen yourself for what's coming. You have a Chariot, you have the Adjustment, you got the Lover's card. Right? All of these are the benefits of this challenging situation that you had been through. Okay? A lot of major, this is all, Spirit's got you. Spirit is definitely in the room here with you. Okay, you got a little bit of fire here. You've got your water and your water. You've got a little bit of air right here. We don't have, this is the earth energy right now. Okay. And I think the earth is on its way in. And I say that because of this Princess of Cups, because this is kind of like you're manifesting the dream. This is a lot of the water energy. And it's now, it's becoming real, right? And so what I see in this sort of, in the path of the dove, let's start here. I feel like this situation is being experienced as a loss. Okay, and the Seven of Cups is sort of the grieving process. The Nine of Swords might be, it might be some inconsiderate energy coming in from somebody else in your life. Okay, maybe from a Libra person. I don't want to throw Libra under the bus, but it might be. But what the good news is here is that this loss is really leading to the beginning of something even better for you. It kind of feels like it was a breakup or something like that, or a loss of a job. It doesn't quite feel like anybody actually transitioned into spirit, right? That might be too literal an interpretation. I don't know why I'm still using my pointer. It's for the my tongue drum over here. But whatever, I like it. I don't feel that we're really meant to take the death card in that literal way. Okay? I think it's kind of saying that this is a situation that isn't around anymore. And it's painful to part with something like that. If that was the job, if that was it was really, I think, a big source of all of your optimism and all of this wonderful confidence that you have. Don't let the loss of this situation lead to a loss of your confidence. Okay? Very, very important here. But it's hard because this is grieving. You're grieving the loss of something. I'm not interpreting it in a literal way, but it very well could be that, okay? But the Princess of Cups in the future position is kind of saying, yeah, you're going to have to begin again. You're going to have to start building and working on this dream again, kind of starting over on having this, because it's an emotional thing. It's a dream, it's a spiritual experience, it might be a relationship, or it's something you really, really cared about. It's something that you aspire to, and it's kind of saying, yeah, you're going to have to work on manifesting this again. Manifesting it anew. Okay? But because of all of this spiritual energy on this side, it's going to be even better than it was before. It's kind of like you had to go through this to realize what it is you really truly want and how to build this in a way that is going to be just, absolutely perfect. Okay? We've got the Queen of Swords at the bottom. And this card really is showing you, as hard as it is, to rise above the feelings, rise above the 9 and the 7. These two are just, come on, both in the same reading. That's not fair, right? But you're able to get the perspective on that. You're able to rise above the storm. It's just weather down there. And you're able to see, okay, that is a terrible storm. It's a terrible thing that's going on. But you're able to see the bigger picture. That it's a storm right here. It's localized. It's not the whole world storming right now for you. But this is pretty, when you're in it, it feels like this is all there is. Okay? And when you're in this, it feels like you'll never get out of this turbulent, stormy waters. The suffering of this, honestly, right? And I apologize in advance because this is not easy. This is not fun. But I like that you still have your 6 of Wands. You're not losing that confidence. You're not losing your faith, right? And this is a situation, especially with the 9, these two, come on, it's just not fair, right? Well, the Queen of Swords is saying, yeah, it might not be fair, but this is what's going on. So it's kind of like you're able to rise above the situation, see it for what it is. It sucks, it's terrible, it's painful, it will pass, and better things are on their way to you. Yeah. And that's the Princess of Cups there. But we've got to be able to see that and acknowledge that. And this is the only way that we sort of maintain our confidence and maintain our 6 of Wands is by having that bird's eye view. So we could kind of see, okay, this is happening here, but look what's in your future. It's kind of like we have to look at the past and how we're sort of letting go of the energy over here. And it's not fun. But it's so that we can go this way and experience all of this. So this is a necessary departure. Okay, a necessary departure so that you can really begin to manifest your dream. Maybe this is a relationship that's ending. Maybe it's kind of Spirit's way of saying this relationship wasn't meant for you. This relationship was not allowing you to manifest your dreams. And it was holding you back, right? Maybe. I think that you have, especially looking at the 6 of Wands and the Princess of Cups, these two cards together, that you have a really, you have a lot of plans. There are a lot of dreams. You have a lot of aspirations, and you believe in every one of them. You have this knowledge of self that I don't see very often in other signs. Now, this is just for you. There are a lot of things that you aspire to in your life, and you have the confidence that you're going to get to every single one. You're not even worried about it, And so in that sense, when you remind yourself of that via this Princess of Swords, you can look at this situation and be like, yeah, this is terrible, but I want to put all of that behind me. In fact, good riddance for whatever that is. The sooner we can get over this, the better, because you want to get back to manifesting your dreams. And this is the energy that allows you to see this in the past. I feel like this is the loss of a job, the loss of a lover, of a relationship or something like that served its purpose. It was good for the time that it was there. But I think better things are coming to you. Okay? And that's usually with the Death card. And now I don't often take this literally. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's obvious that that's what we're dealing with. But in this case, even with the 7 and the 9, I don't feel like this is literal. I feel like this is the need for you to thoroughly grieve something, but move on. Let it go. Say goodbye. This is something that already happened. Okay? Yeah. Spirit's saying that if you feel that this is a love that you have lost, in the end, love will return, but in another way. Does that make sense to you? And I think that's really the princess. That's the Princess of Cups talking in a way. That this is this love will return, but it's going to look different. The earth energy is going to be different. The way it will manifest, it's not going to be the same person. It's not going to be the same company that you're working for, you know. That love is going to return in a different way. Now, maybe this is kind of you pursuing a particular goal and something didn't work out, or, you know, it's a love that you have. Okay. We're going to talk now about the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. And it really helps out the channel, and I appreciate the support. All right. We're going to talk about these major arcana. We do have a lot of them. I'll try to put these back where they were. I mean to jumble things up too much here. But see, I don't like covering up that Six of Wands because that's what it really is all about. And the thing with the Death card is that it's kind of a recycling card, right? They should call this Recyclops. Because the Death card is about letting something go so that we can reclaim the energy. It's kind of like you give up all your aluminum cans so it can be turned into something else. We don't need to keep those cans. Why are you keeping all the aluminum cans, you know? Let them be turned into something else. Let that energy, that resource be reclaimed. So in the same way, we do that with our attention, with our love energy, with our thought energy, and with our vitality, our spiritual energy. So we're reclaiming that. Okay, and yes, there is a good reason why we spend some time in our grief, and we have our own, everybody has their own way of saying goodbye and of having kind of closure and resolution for something. But then there comes a point where we have to take that energy back and apply it to the future, and that's kind of going from back here to over here, right? Reclaiming this energy and moving forward with it. That brings us to the Chariot card. We're getting a move on. Right? First thing about the Chariot is that it's movement, right? But it's movement in a healed way, a fortified way. It's kind of saying, and maybe the Chariot's wearing all that armor because they are still healing from something. It's kind of like, you know, you're in the hospital and, I was in the hospital for a while and I had a liver transplant, and they do certain things to take care of you while you're in the hospital. You had to wear an abdominal binder, and I had these staples and everything. And so there's a way of healing there. And then they fix you up and they say, okay, you're okay to go home now. But when you go home, you still have to, keep your wound covered. You still have to wear the binder. You can't do certain things. You got to take it slow, all this stuff. So that's kind of what the Chariot seems like right now, where you're sort of back out making forward progress, getting on with things, but you're still healing. So you got to take it a little bit easy. You got to wear the armor. That's like you got to wear the Band-Aid until things have healed up a little bit more. Then you can take the Band-Aid off, right? But for now, we leave it on. And it's like my daughter, she'll get a scrape or something. We'll clean it. We'll put some antibiotic ointment on there, put a Band-Aid on there. And then she's right back out playing. And then she says, Daddy, the Band-Aid came off. Well, you're rolling around on the ground, it's going to come off. We'll just have to clean it up and put another one on. Or the idea that when you're sick and then you start to feel better and you say, I'm going to go back to work now. You don't go back to work and you start doing the same thing you were doing before. You're going to get sick again. It's like that's why, we tell our kids, you're feeling better. Okay, well, just take it easy for a couple days. You exert yourself, you're going to get sick again, right? And so I think that's kind of the Chariot, is that we're still healing, we're taking it slow, and we're being cautious, but we're moving forward. Okay? I think this is also talking about you establishing the borders of your life. Maybe boundaries too. But the way that you are fortifying yourself, and it's kind of the thing with boundaries, is that we want to let in the good energy while keeping out the bad energy. Okay? So I think this has something to do with your living situation, has something to do with with sort of the structure of your life. It might be where you live, it might be how you earn your money, it might be something to do with the finances, something like this, something that's kind of foundational for your life. I feel like while you are moving forward, it also is about you putting down roots, in a way. Okay, I feel like you're almost out of the woods of this situation, though. Okay, but Spirit is saying that there was something with this Nine of Swords. There's some sort of criticism, or there's something that was like a blow, like somebody said something to you in that situation that they really didn't need to say. I don't know if it was a friend or a family member or coworker, but it was just kind of like, come on, you don't have to be harsh. You know, like maybe you were let go from a company, but they didn't have to be so mean about it. Right? Something along those lines, anyway. So I feel that you're kind of in a little bit more of a self-protection mode, generally. Yeah. The next card we come to is our Libra energy. This is our fairness, right? Balance, adjustment, the Justice card. This is you being able to evaluate things accurately moving forward. When we're in this energy here, 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords, when we're really feeling the devastation, the mourning, we're feeling the really icky, sticky feeling of being in this kind of quicksand or being in this swamp, it doesn't feel good, right? Maybe this is you being sick. Maybe this is you sort of, in that mode of grief from this loss, okay? We don't really make the best choices when we're in this situation. And that's why we need this higher perspective in order to get back to making those moment-to-moment decisions. You know, it's kind of like when we're in this condition, we're in no place to decide anything. I can't even decide what I want for dinner when I'm in this kind of mode. I can't even decide to get out of bed. I can't even decide when to take a shower, you know. And so we are kind of advancing through this, right, so that we can get back on track of our dreams, get back to this manifestation, and start making those decisions about how to guide our lives in the right direction. Okay, how to steer. Really, this is us kind of steering our chariot, steering our ship or our vessel, right? And I wonder over here, I kind of feel like in this situation there were a lot of small disagreements that led to something bigger. Does that make sense for you? And I don't know if that was the initial, like, kind of the way this thing snowballed. I don't know if it's a relationship or a work thing or a friend. Maybe it's a friendship, a family member. I feel like it started small and it just sort of spiraled out of control, yeah? Anyway, we don't want to enter that sort of whirlpool thing again, yeah. So the Libra energy, of course, is our ability to judge things. We're judging the relative importance of things. You're being very picky with your relationships. You're not putting your trust or your faith or your kind generosity, that 6 of Wands, right? You're not putting that into everybody because you're protecting yourself. You don't want to get burned. You don't want to go through this thing again. And maybe this was more of you trusting someone and you got betrayed, right? And maybe you're just sort of sick over it. This could be a few things like that. But if we're honest about what happened and we see it in perspective, then we can continue on with our spiritual lessons, right? And that's what the major arcana are, those sort of spiritual lessons that Spirit's trying to teach us right now. And this is the one about you really being a judgy person. You need to be a judgy person. With your kindness, I feel that people might take advantage of your kindness. This is about you judging the relative value of things, people, places, things, energies, whatever in your life. Okay? You're not judging anything's intrinsic value. Okay? You're not judging something's worth, what they are in themselves, only in their relationship to you. That's why this card's in the position of your relationships. That you have to evaluate your relationships. You have to be willing to judge people and places and things. Is this good for me right now in my life? Yes or no? Okay. Because we're trying to we're trying to unite with those things that are meant for us. So we got the Lover's card next. Lover's card is in the position of kind of the obstacle. And the obstacle really is that you have this ability to just be friends with everybody. That you have this kindness in you. And I think sometimes it feels right to you, and we need that higher discernment of this Libra energy, this adjustment card right here, in order for you to see, wait, this might feel good in some ways, but I can see that this is not the right thing for me. This is not the right person for me. Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is enter into another partnership that is not right. Okay, you don't want to end up with the wrong person or the wrong company or job or whatever it is, But this is kind of saying that, look, there is the right thing out there for you. Because this card, it's the Lovers. It's not always about romance, though sometimes it is. This could be about romantic love or platonic love, or divine love, self-love. Okay? This is about uniting, about committing to something new. Committing to something on that spiritual level that is meant for you. Okay? Whatever this was in the past, it's not here anymore. Okay? It's the time of you and this being together is done. And that's okay. Because better things are in store for you in the future. This is what you're working toward. Okay? And maybe you're not quite ready for that yet. It's something that eventually you will be ready. You're developing this higher discernment, and you can be really picky with what you want, who you want, and what job you want to take, and that sort of thing. But eventually you're going to find that which really does speak to your soul. With the Lover's card, it's almost like we are hit with that arrow of inspiration, and we just fall sort of madly in love with something. But you've also got this higher discernment of the Libra energy so that you can kind of validate that feeling or authenticate that inspiration to unite with this new thing, whether it's a person or a job or whatever else. This could be a family thing. It could be finding a new home, a new workplace, a new set of friends. I mean, it could be a lot of these things. It could be really a new life happening. It could be that you are making adjustments all over the place in your life in order to bring the details of your life more in line with your aspirations, your wishes, your hopes and dreams. Maybe you're sort of purging with this Death card a lot of negative energy, a lot of people, places, and things that aren't meant for you. Maybe you're really cleaning house right now. Okay, I feel like a symphony conductor. The Temperance card at the end, I think, is really the name of the game, because this is a process for you, and I think maybe it is this process of purging, right? It's a process of you, and it's very emotional, right? It's showing you a lot of your issues mentally, emotionally, a lot of things that you got to get rid of, a lot of energy you got to reclaim, that sort of thing, because it's trying to temper you into steel, right? It's trying to really make you the best version of yourself. It's trying to make you a stronger person. Okay? It's trying to forge you into the best version of yourself, and it's trying to bring you into contact in order to fuse together like two metals, with what really is meant for you in life with this Lover's card. The right people, the right places, the right things, circumstances, resources, right? So this is really a divine energy here. And to me, this is really beautiful. I want to look at that mystery card now. I kind of like my little pointer. I think this is going to be some earth energy. I think it's going to be a 9 or a 10 of pentacles, maybe a 6 of pentacles, or a 6 of anything else. But I'm thinking earth energy. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords kind of feels like you're not taking any phone calls, right? And I think the confirmation here is that this is a spiritual process for you. This is something that you have to accomplish. And when that phone rings and this person tries to call you back or whatever, you're not answering. Okay, that you've hung up the do not disturb sign on the door. And this is something that needs to take place within you. And you have to find the divine light. There's that crescent moon at the top there. Okay. I think there's a reason why we don't have more swords cards here anyway. Because it's kind of like, again, it's you're getting this higher perspective and you're sorting things out and you're going through this spiritual process and this sort of, you're dealing with all of this stuff. You're not taking phone calls. You're not asking for advice. You're not asking for help. You're certainly not going to entertain if it is like someone, if there was a breakup or whatever. You're not taking that. You're not entering into that drama anymore. If it's a friend, they try to send another text your way. It's kind of like, if this is like all those mean text messages, this is you blocking their number. Okay. And also this card is about choices and about how you're being told not to make any decisions right now, except to not answer block the text message, obviously, protect yourself. But don't make any big life decisions right now. Let this energy flow through you and allow these spiritual activations to take place. And then you make the decisions, and you're going to be making better decisions for yourself. Not to say any of this is your fault. It's not about blame. It's about moving forward in the direction that's bringing you what you want, bringing you what's meant for you. Aligning your energy in a way that you can attract all the good things and leave all the bad stuff behind. I was told I curse too much on the channel, so I'm trying to do better. I just get so fired up with some of these readings, I think this is a very good confirmation card. And we are going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There is one down below. New readings for Capricorn, Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings, okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is free. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.